We often take food for granted, but occasionally wonder why things are the way they are. Like, why are peaches fuzzy? Sometimes food mysteries are naturally occurring, and sometimes foods have been around for so long we can't even remember why they are that way. Whichever it is, we'll get to the bottom of it. Keep watching as we count down 10 reasons behind strange food mysteries.
Amazing!
Number 10. How do lobsters turn red? We usually associate lobsters with the reddish color they turn when cooked, but most lobsters don't appear to have much red at all when they are in their natural, live state. Lobsters are generally bluish-gray, brownish-green, or in the rare forms, completely blue or yellow. Their exoskeletons have many different pigments. One of these is a carotenoid called astaxanthin, which gives the red color. But it's not visible because all the pigments in the protein coatings of the exoskeleton hide it. These other pigments deteriorate with heat, which is why when lobsters are being cooked, the other pigments disappear and the red from the astaxanthin remains. You see, the lobster isn't turning red with rage. It's that the astaxanthin isn't vulnerable to heat like the other pigments. Interestingly, the only type of lobster you won't see turn red is an albino lobster, because it lacks any pigment whatsoever. Number 9. Why do waffles have a honeycomb print? For this one, we'll have to take a look back in history. The waffle iron originated in Greece in the 1200s. A craftsman created two hot metal plates to cook flat cakes over a fire. These plates had a honeycomb design to hold the batter. In the 13th century, they were sold in sweet and savory versions as street food. Iron designs hasn't always been limited to the honeycomb. All different waffle irons were made, including ones with religious symbols and coats of arms. The honeycomb print outlasted the others because the waffles produced hold together much better. The name waffles is even related to the honeycomb design. Waffle translates in Old French to wafla, which means a piece of honeybee hive. So you could argue that waffles without a honeycomb print aren't even waffles. But that's not all about Greece. Waffles have a long and rich history. From the days of waffle frolics when Thomas Jefferson brought a long-handled waffle iron from France to the US, to today's modern electric versions found all over the world, the hype for waffles has never died down. In fact, you can celebrate your love of waffles 3 times a year with National Waffle Week, National Waffle Day, and International Waffle Day. Number 8. Why do some peppers have baby peppers in them? There's normally 2 reactions people have when they slice open a pepper to find another one growing inside of it. Awesome! Bonus pepper! Or, ugh, what's wrong with my pepper? Oddly, not much investigation into such a serious and mind-boggling matter has occurred. The small amount of research done can conclude exactly why those baby peppers grow in some peppers but not others. However, it does tell us that the baby pepper is called an internal proliferation as a result of parthenocarpy. This is when fruits form despite no seed formation or fertilization taking place, and is an inheritable trait. Despite the baby peppers being just as edible as their big daddies, plant breeders consider them undesirable. It's difficult to stop growing them though when we don't know why they occur. It seems it's not because of nutrient levels or temperature, so you may as well embrace them because those sterile babies will be around for a while yet. This is one food mystery that remains mostly unanswered. Number 7. Why does gum have powder on it? Ever peeled open a stick of your favorite gum and wondered why it's powdery? No, it hasn't had too much fun on a night out. There's 2 reasons. The first is to assist in the manufacturing process. Gum is usually made by melting and purifying the brand's gum base, then pouring it into a mixture with its flavors. Once a large loaf of mixed gum is ready, it gets fed through rollers which gradually reduce ribbons of it to its required thickness. Here's where the powder comes in. During the rolling process, a dusting of powdered sugar, sugar substitute, or calcium carbonate is added to prevent the gum from sticking to the rollers and the paper it's later wrapped in. Now I've told you what the powder is made of, you can probably guess the second reason the powder is there. That's right, it's to enhance the sweet flavor. Gotta love that sugar. Number 6. Why do lifesavers have holes in them? Like me, you've probably wondered why lifesavers have those holes in the middle of them. I mean, surely they could have filled in the hole to give us as much sugary goodness as possible, right? Well, that would have defeated the purpose of lifesaver inventor Clarence Crane from Ohio. Candy that melted in summer was a big problem back in the early 1900s. So, in 1912, chocolate maker Crane made a mint instead of his usual chocolate fare. The hole in the middle was his idea of making his sweet stand out from the other mints on the market. And this is where the iconic name came from. Once Crane had designed the shape, he realized how much they resembled life preservers. Hence, the Peppermint Lifesaver was born. The idea works on so many levels. The link between sweets, summer, and swimming is undeniable. Because Crane didn't have the machinery to make these sweets himself, he contracted with a pill company to press them into shape. That's innovative. It's quite incredible to think that Crane designed a sweet that is still going strong today, 105 years later. Number 5. Why are peaches fuzzy? Not a fan of the fuzz? Having fuzz is a dominant gene for the peach, whereas nectarine skin without the fuzz has a recessive gene. It's not known for sure, but it's thought that peaches develop the fuzzy skin as a defense mechanism. Their sweet, delicate skin is prone to easy bruising and to rotting from the excessive moisture, so the fuzz helps to keep moisture at bay. The fuzz is also thought to be a deterrent to destructive insects and prevents them from laying eggs on the skin. Measures are taken to reduce the fuzz on peaches sold at major retailers because a lot of people find the fuzz a turnoff. But if you prefer your fruit au naturel, you'll find peaches at farmers markets to be extra fuzzy. Be daring. Get your fuzz on. Number 4. Why does a seedless watermelon have seeds in it? You're taking a bite of that delicious, refreshing watermelon, and what do you find? White seeds. But it's supposed to be seedless, you mumble as the sticky juice drips down your chin and between your fingers. Don't despair. Those pesky white seeds are in fact just harmless, sterile seed coats. Seedless watermelons are not genetically modified, but are instead the result of hybridization of 22-chromosome male pollen with a 44-chromosome female flower. These ingenious fruits are preferred by culinary experts for their ease of preparation. Parents also love them because they don't have to worry about the hard black seeds which can pose as choking hazards. They do, however, lack that seed-spitting sense of childhood nostalgia though. Number 3. Why is there so much air in chip packets? Oh boy, here it comes. That familiar sigh when you open a bag of chips and find it mostly filled with air. I know that crushing feeling of disappointment well, but it turns out there's a pretty good reason for it. It's not actually air in the bag, but nitrogen. This helps to keep the chips fresh and give them a longer shelf life. But that's not all. A 1994 study found that nitrogen makes the chips taste better. The extra air is also there to protect your precious crisps. It helps prevent breakage as well as allow packaging to accommodate pressure changes when transporting them through higher altitudes. So while it may seem frustrating, chips are packaged this way to ensure they reach our mouths tasty, fresh, and unbroken. To find out why that amount of air has been increasing, watch the video linked at the end of this one. Number 2. Why are pretzels twisted? Have you ever wondered why pretzels are twisted into that special loop shape? Well, legend has it that Italian monks first baked soft pretzels around 610 AD. They chose the twisted shape to represent crossing one's arms, which was the traditional prayer posture. The monks gave pretzels to their young students as little rewards. Sounds good to me. The 3 holes in the pretzel came to generally stand for the Holy Trinity of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Another pretzel legend in later Switzerland has pretzels becoming a symbol of undying love and is linked to the phrase tying the knot. Pretzels even came to feature in wedding ceremonies. Do you believe the religious or romantic myth? They both seem a little strange to me, but either way, we get to enjoy those crispy, salty snacks. Number 1. Cashews. Shelling cashews is risky business. You see, cashews belong to the same family as poison ivy. I'm sure some alarm bells are ringing for this already. Many members of this family, called Anacardiaceae, have a chemical called urushiol. This oily chemical is found both in the leaves of the cashew plant and within the layer of oil present between the cashew seed and shell. The problem with urushiol is that it's a potent irritant, to the point of even being deadly to some people if they were to ingest it. Nuts! It is therefore too much of a risk to allow consumers to shell their own cashews. But having them deshelled is not even enough to remove the chemical. Even raw cashews will also have been steamed or boiled in order to destroy the urushiol. It's for your own protection. Now that we've shed some light on strange food mysteries, tell us, which one surprised you? Let me know in the comment section. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Be Amazed. We'll be making more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching.